I want to talk about something that's kind of funny. And it's funny for me right now because, I escaped this mental trap. Someone asked me the other day, they're asking me, hey, Ross, is there a chance that my growth was stunted by ejaculating too early in life, by overdoing it? All the porn, all the masturbation, all that shit. You know what I'm talking about. Is there a chance that my growth was stunted? Yeah, it's common sense, and I'm not saying this to make anyone feel like I'm better than you or I did that same shit. And I'm sitting here years later, having done the exact same things, having gone through the exact same things you guys have gone through. And I'm telling you, like, yo, man, sometimes I think back, you can't get back lost semen. But sometimes I think back about how much different, how much faster my development would have been. I didn't really release until I was almost 17. It's kind of crazy, yeah. I didn't release till I was almost 17. I wasn't really interested in girls like that. But freshman year, I'm more, into my, my athletics and, video games, whatever, like other shit. I just didn't care about girls like that. What's funny is that my homies back then, they would always make fun of me because I thought that, cum, right? Sperm, I thought sperm was clear, right? Because that's all that happened to me. I had never ejaculated. So, the pre-cum, the stuff that comes out before you're about to really, nut for real. That's what I thought that sperm was, right? And that's how out of touch that I was with my own sexuality. But this was a good thing, right? I'm young, I'm naive. This was a good thing. Around 16, 17, I nut for the first time, and then, it was raps after that, right? I really only had 5-6 years of fucking degenerate behavior before something snapped and, I woke up to a different reality. Right, I started, I ran into semen retention, started experimenting with streaks. Sometimes I ask myself, how tall would I have been had I not released, so early? Or how much smarter, my grades went to shit. Funny enough, freshman year, sophomore year, I did good in school. And then, of course, soon after I started, I found out about my sexual nature and ejaculation and masturbation and porn and all that. Next thing you know, my grades weren't the best, junior year, high school, senior year, college. And my mind wasn't as sharp as it is now, or as it was before, finding that shit. People ask, does a lack of semen retention stunt your growth? Yeah, it does. And with me being where I am now and knowing what I know now, oh my God, if you guys are young, quit it right now. You guys have so much room to grow. Like your male body, your masculine, mature male body hasn't even begun to kick in. Your brain doesn't even develop until you're 25, 26, right? It doesn't really finish developing until then. And me personally, I'm 30 right now, and I'm noticing my body is still shifting. You know what I mean? I'm stronger now than I was, 3 years ago, 6 years ago, in my early 20s. I'm faster now. I'm smarter now. And sometimes I sit there thinking about how much further, how things would have been had I just had someone around me to tell me, yo, Ross, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you're literally stunting yourself. And this stuff is so obvious. It just shows how powerful this programming is, because people, the movies, the music, your peers, your friends, and what they've been programmed to think, it's just all around you. So we're programmed to think that releasing is normal, while the entire time that shit is literally destroying us. Like, it's making us lesser versions of ourselves. But if you're an older gentleman and you're running into this, there's still room to grow. Like, this stuff is magical. This journey has been so magical. And yes, science will tell you that you're done growing at a certain age. This can't happen here. This can't happen. Guys, I've become so open-minded because of the things that I've seen that, I just believe anything's possible, because, so many miracles, so many magical things have occurred to me, around me, my brother. I've had random growth even up until my current age, random things happening to me physically, intellectually, obviously, spiritually. And it's made me it's really humbled me and made me realize that humans You know, I don't care how much of a, I don't care how big of a scientist you are, humans don't know anything. Like, we don't know anything. A lot of the information that we have right now, it's coming from men who are depleted themselves. Think about it, scientists this. There's always someone in the comment section talking about, oh, studies say da-da-da, if you don't retain, you're gonna get testicular cancer. Like, how many of the guys in these studies actually went a significant, amount of time on semen retention? What are the odds that they got a sample size of guys who were long-term retainers at the time to, accurately, you know what I mean? Like, if you use your brain, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. There's no way that science got 100 guys who've been retaining for 6 months each together in a room and ran an experiment. That's the whole thing with this journey. You'll be able to just hear certain things and be like, yeah, that's nonsense. You know what I mean? Your IQ is going to level up. Your IQ is going to rise. Certain things are going to sound like complete nonsense. I'm speaking to all men right here. Physically, if you want a beard to grow, retain, right? You want anything masculine, any masculine characteristic that you're, yearning for, retain. Like, that's your best bet. This is a regenerative practice. Okay, all those years of whatever it is that you did in the past, you can't get that back. So what you can do is start right now and start, reaccumulating your energy.